Okay, I have kind of a new one for you guys today because it's a debunking video, but the subject debunks himself. Let me show you.
So this is Newsom's press secretary responding to my video that there was no pre-deployed assets in the Pacific Palisades that Newsom talks about in his press conference as the Palisades is burning to the ground. And he writes, factually incorrect. Hey, Brandon, newsflash, I'm from the Palisades. My house burned down. My parents' house burned down. All my friends' house burned down. Do you think I wouldn't know if there was pre-deployed assets in the Palisades leading up to the freaking of fire that burned our whole town down? Let's look at this. Do you see the word Pacific Palisades anywhere here? That's what I'm talking about. There was no assets pre-deployed to Pacific Palisades.
Yes. Yes, you are correct. However, where you fall a little short is that you claim that Newsom talked about pre-deploying assets to the Pacific Palisades. In fact, you posted a video in which his press secretary responded to, saying that that's what he said. Let's watch the video you posted.
But there's a reason we pre-positioned hundreds of assets and personnel on Sunday in anticipation of this wind event. 110 engines specifically were sent down, 45 by CAL FIRE, 65 through our mutual aid system through the Office of Emergency Services, water tenders down here, 7 new helicopters we brought from Northern California down to Southern California. We just brought our C-130 down from Northern California. It already just had its first drop.
Now, I know you were shaking your head and mouthing the word lie or liar or something a lot during that video, but nowhere in that video did I hear Gavin Newsom say that these assets were deployed to Pacific Palisades. Now, you didn't show the whole press conference, so I'm going to show a little clip leading up to the point where he starts listing all the assets. Okay, and let's see if he mentions Pacific Palisades there.
That we're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. You may feel at home that you're fine down in Riverside County, San Bernardino County, down in Ventura County, other parts of the state, but there's a reason we pre-positioned hundreds of assets and personnel on Sunday in anticipation of this wind event. 110 engines specifically were sent down, 45 by CAL FIRE, 65 through our mutual aid system.
Nope. Never mentions Pacific Palisades. He never says that these assets were deployed to Pacific Palisades. In fact, nobody said that those assets were pre-deployed to the Pacific Palisades. In fact, they said the exact opposite. We pre-deployed 19 fire engines, 3 battalion command teams, 5 brush patrols, 2 water tenders, and additional air operations personnel, and we augmented our dispatch center as well, Crawley said. With that, we even pulled on additional resources internally within the LAFD to add 5 engines and 1 battalion chief. That is above and beyond what we would do on a red flag day. Then, the Los Angeles Fire Department went on to say that no additional personnel were assigned to fire stations 23 or 69, which are in the Pacific Palisades. LAFD says that's due to a lack of parking space. Nobody's claiming that these assets were deployed there. I'm just glad I found your video before you did something foolish, like issue like a whole big old lawsuit against it or something.
Actually, Governor Newsom, according to my lawsuit against you and your state parks, there was actually none of these assets pre-deployed to Pacific Palisades.
I see. So you're suing the governor, claiming he lied about something that he never actually said. I think this will go well for you.